Hi, Helene Adele Masiko here, and this is episode 3. Uno, dos, tres. Episode 3 of Going into Old Age Gracefully. My ass! It's Thanksgiving night, and I don't think anybody really wants to hear about diet tonight. I hope you all had a lovely Thanksgiving and ate lots of everything delicious and shared it with family and friends and had many things to give thanks for. I sure did. Wish I could have been with my whole family, but they're too far away. My daughter and grandchildren out in California, and my 2 sons are here, but one was ill, but it's okay. I got to spend a little time with one son and daughter-in-law and a little FaceTime with my other daughter and my son. And I got some delicious food. But I was pretty good about keeping the portions small, and boy, it was good. I would have liked to have piled up some of that stuff. It was really, really, really good. And I know that I said this week I was going to go in the kitchen and demonstrate some exercises, but I'm not in workout clothes. I'm too full. But we'll talk about them. Let's talk about some exercises. I mentioned that I could teach you or show you some exercises that anybody could do any place without any equipment. So let's discuss it. For one thing, here's something, my daughter taught me this many, many, many years ago. She said, Mom, use an electric toothbrush. It's timed for 2 minutes. I don't want to just stand there for 2 minutes while the toothbrush is going, doing its thing. And you just stand there like a big lump. You got to do something. So she started doing squats. And I said, what a great idea. I don't know how many years it's been, but I do 60 squats every morning while I'm brushing my teeth. It's a wonderful thing. What a great way to start the day. I mean, before you get out of bed, stretch. Always stretch. When you're still in bed, stretch way up. Stretch your legs. Bring your legs up in the air and stretch them out. Oh, sorry, I just almost knocked my camera over. And put your legs up in a big Y and stretch them out to the side and stretch over this way and over this way. Stretch everything before you get out of bed because you're going to put all of your weight onto your joints. Don't make it a sudden shock. Give them a little chance to warm up a bit by doing a little stretching before you get out of bed every morning. Just a couple of minutes. It's a very, very good thing to do, a kind thing to do for your joints. And then go in the bathroom and you do whatever you got to do in the bathroom. But when you brush your teeth, especially if you have an electric toothbrush, and I think most of us do now, they're usually timed for 2 minutes. That's the recommended time that dentists tell you should brush your teeth, for 2 minutes. So get your toothbrush. I usually put a towel down or sometimes hold it under my chin to catch the drips. And if you don't feel that your balance is good enough to do a good squat without holding on, hold on to the edge of the sink. Just hold on to the edge of the sink, toothbrush here, and start squatting. Now, when you squat, you don't go straight down because you don't want your knees to bend like this. You don't want your knees to go past your toes. So this is your knee, this is your ankle. This is such arthritic hands. You want your knee to be right above your ankle. And that's perfect squat. Up and down, and up and down. And 60 times. You can do that within your 2 minutes of toothbrushing. 60 times. If 60 is too many, start with fewer. Start with 10 or 20 or 30, whatever you can do. But they're pretty comfortable doing them that way, and hold on to the edge of the sink if you need to, but push your butt way back so that your knees do not come forward and go past your toes. You should be able to see your toes every time you squat down, as if you were sitting in a chair, sitting in an invisible chair. Here's your chair. So that's the best way to learn how to do squats, by the way. If you want to do a squat safely, sit in a chair, sit on the edge of the chair. I will demonstrate this next week, I promise. I'll set things up in the kitchen and I'll demonstrate the 3 exercises that I think are pretty essential and that everybody can and should do regularly, and you can do them at home with no equipment. And they are squats, incline push-ups, or real push-ups if you can do them. I can't. I don't have the arm strength to do a real push-up on the floor. I do incline push-ups, meaning leaning on something, but there's still proper form to that. And planks. If you don't know what a plank is, it's when you get down on the floor, you lie flat on the floor and get on your elbows and your toes. And you hold your stomach, hold your belly button back toward your spine. That engages your core. We talked about the core. The core is this band of you, your obliques, your abs, and your lower back. That's your core, like a big wide belt all the way around the center of you. Core strength is so, so, so essential. It's what's going to prevent you from slipping and falling down when you get older, or if you are older, or even if you're younger. It's like you hit a patch of ice or a patch of wet floor and you go, whoa, I almost fell, but you catch yourself. That's your core kicking in. Older people who have stopped exercising or just feel like, I don't do that anymore, I can't do that anymore. That's why we hear that so often, that senior citizens, they slip or trip, they go down, they crumple, and horrible things happen. They break a hip, they wind up in the hospital. Sometimes they get pneumonia because they're unable to move for long periods of time, and sometimes it's the end of life for them. It's certainly the end of quality of life. So we want to have a good, strong core, and you can achieve that with, for starters, we can add more later. The squats, we talked about the squats. 60 squats while you're brushing your teeth. Oh, I started to tell you about chair squats. Chair squats, you sit on the edge of the chair. Your butt is just on the very edge of the chair. Your knees are out straight, and your legs are down below, just, like a perfect 90 degrees. And then from that position, without moving your feet, stand up. And then touch your butt down to the chair. And then stand up. Touch your butt to the chair. Stand up. Touch your butt to the chair. Don't push yourself up with your hands, but you can use your hands for a little leverage to get yourself up and down. So chair squats. Chair squats are a great way to start doing squats and not having that fear of two things, bad form and falling. You're not going to fall on your butt. It's got the chair there. You'll feel that chair under your butt each time. You feel the bed. Oh, there's the chair. Just feel it with your butt. Feel the chair. Chair's there. You're not going to fall. So that's for your lower body. For upper body, the incline push-ups. Now, incline push-ups would mean leaning on a counter or a table, whatever level you're able to manage. As I said, if you can do push-ups on the floor, more power to you. Even when I was young, I couldn't do push-ups on the floor. I have spaghetti arms. They're pretty strong for an old woman, but they're spaghetti arms. So push-ups, you're going to push yourself all the way down and all the way up, and all the way down, all the way up. You exhale in the exertion. So inhale and, did it backwards. When you're down, you inhale and push yourself up. Inhale, push yourself up. Always exhale on the exertion, the hardest part. The incline push-up you will do leaning on something, so your body is going to be angled out from that very thing. And your feet flat on the floor, but body angled. Don't have your butt sticking up in the air, and don't have your belly sloping down. Body straight like a board, and just push up. I do them on the kitchen counter when I'm waiting for something in the microwave. Something's in the microwave for a minute, 2 minutes. Do a minute or 2 minutes worth of incline push-ups on the counter while you're waiting. It's really, it pays off. It's good. And the plank. The plank, you might know, but I'll show you next time, I promise. But you just get down on the floor, on a mat or on a carpet, and you push yourself up onto your elbows and onto your toes, but you want your body, again, to be like a plank of wood, straight as can be. Your body is very straight. No belly hanging down, no butt sticking up. Plank of wood, your body straight plank on your elbows, on your toes, and time yourself. It sounds like, how hard could that be? Oh, it's hard. It's hard. See if you can do 10 seconds, 30 seconds. Work yourself up to a minute. If you can do a full minute plank, that's a pretty good accomplishment. Do that a few times a week. If it starts to get easy, work on a second one. Take a little breather in between, take a second one, and then a third one. So push-ups, incline push-ups, if that's the best you can do. That's all I can do. Squats. Do 60 while you're brushing your teeth, or just do some while you're brushing your teeth in the morning. And planks. You're watching a TV show, commercial comes on, do a plank. Cover that minute with something good for you. There's your 3 great exercises that anybody can do, unless you, of course, have a handicap or an injury or an ailment of some sort. But God bless you and God help you if that's the case. And if not, then the only excuse I will not accept is the 4-letter word that begins with L-A and ends with Z-Y. We all are guilty of that sometimes. And walking. Walk, 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 walk. Walking is so good. If the weather's not good, walk around the house. Just walk back and forth. Walk in place while you're watching television. Put on a half-hour show in your sneakers and walk in place while you're watching a half-hour show. Move. You got to move it, move it. And use, if you have steps in your house, go up and down those steps. Use your railing. Take your time. Don't run. Just go up and down those steps as many times as you can. Sometimes I just say, okay, up and down the steps 10 times. Let's go. And I just do it. Just do 10 times up and down the steps because I just haven't done enough that day, or it's the weather's too cold or too wet or too something unpleasant. And I hope that's sufficient for today. That'll be our installment today of going into old age gracefully. My ass. And I keep forgetting to do this. I know I mentioned my websites, but people keep reminding me, ask people to like and subscribe. So I think those buttons will be underneath when you see this video when it's on YouTube. So the like, that's the little thumbs up thing. If you could, please. And if there's a button that says subscribe, if you can see it there, please subscribe. I don't know if anything will come of it, but I hear good things can happen. Like down the line, if I get lots of subscribers, then products will want to be, they'll want to flash their little, do whatever they're selling on my site. And I won't just let them do anything. Like some of the products that I use, which also I'm going to show you eventually, some of the supplements that I take, some of the protein powders and the spirulina and the power greens and the super duper stuff that I put into my little blender in the morning with fruit, always with fruit. Fruit and nuts every day of my life. Fruit and nuts. That's my snack. Fruit and nuts. Because you are what you eat. I'm fruity and I'm nutty. Fruit and nuts. Brazil nuts in the morning. Almonds throughout the day, walnuts at night, and some cashews in there once in a while, pistachios. They're all great sources of protein and fiber. I try to be vegetarian, not 100%, but and that's the topic for another day too. It's just not that I don't like meat, I just don't like what it does to you, and I don't like how it's raised and slaughtered here in this country especially. Okay, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and please come with me on this journey of going into old age gracefully. My ass. Thank you and happy Thanksgiving. Mwah. Peace, love, and turkey. Gobble, gobble.